Welcome to Rolls and Lolz, the Hume Scope podcast. For those of you who don't know Hume Scope, a quick overview: we are a recruitment training business. Founded and run by two recruiters, myself and Laura, who've been recruiting for over 30 years. We're super passionate about the industry. We teach recruiters, agency owners all across Australia, New Zealand, and hopefully one day the world, because we're planning on taking it over. Over to Laura.
My name is Laura, co-founder of Hume Scope. We're going to be running this podcast weekly. The aim is just to give you little bits of advice, tips, tricks, all related to the recruitment industry, and hopefully some laughs along the way too.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. If you'd like more info, go to humescope.com.au. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please give it a like, give it a follow, give it a share, send us a message, and spread the love and word. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Thanks, guys. Are you in that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
This is you talking to nothing.
This podcast's going to be a mess, isn't it? Right. Week 1.
First ever podcast episode.
Yay!
Okay, this way.
To our one listener, which is probably going to be like my mum.
I reckon my mum would listen to it.
Yeah, I think I say that, my mum hasn't even looked at my website.
Oh.
I genuinely don't think she fully knows what I do for a job.
Literally, my mum
She's
barely
proud.
speaks English, but she watches every single one of my webinars. And she's like, I just like having it on in the background. That's so cute.
So yeah, no, my mum's proud, but is she
She
going to
doesn't
listen
know
to
what
this?
for.
Yeah. She's great. Yeah.
Okay, so first episode. So these episodes are going to be like 10 minutes long max,
Oh,
10,
yeah.
15 minutes.
Timer.
And we need a timer on.
Because otherwise we'll just talk forever. I mean, we've already been going 5 minutes and you've got very little value out of this so far.
I hope your
so.
phone works.
Okay, right. Let's just go. We've got 10 minutes from now.
Okay, so kicking off, best and worst parts of recruitment.
Okay. Best parts of recruitment. Nothing bad.
Run to the hills.
Best parts of recruitment. That moment when a candidate is almost in tears because they are so happy about the job that you found them.
Oh, that is a good one.
It's
Also,
the best
you
bit.
never forget the first one.
Oh, the first placement.
The first placement.
That's the best.
Also, love it when you've organised an interview and the candidate rocks up and they just nail it, and in your head you're like, oh my god, you were amazing. You're literally the best fucking candidate
Yes.
I've ever met, and my client is going to love you and think I'm amazing.
Yeah, like you walk out the room, like you're skipping out.
Yeah, literally.
I've
You're
got
like,
the
I'm
best
going to post
candidate.
it.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. Another best bit of recruitment, when you work in a really good team. Like the
Oh,
banter
yeah.
and the laughs that you have. I remember like my first proper recruitment role, we would be in hysterics all day, every day.
It was actually me and Joni Collins, my first ever boss. We just had the best little
Yeah.
branch. There was 4 of us, and we were just always having laugh, even though it was so shit at times.
Yeah.
But you just had the best laugh. And actually, it's mostly prevalent in recruitment agencies because we're extroverts, so we love talking to people, and you'll naturally find people that are just really, really
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Yeah, some of my closest friends, my best friends in the world, I've met through recruitment. So I think the people you meet.
Also, getting off a good BD call.
Oh yeah.
I still get a rush off
Yeah.
of that. Like
I
when you
love
get off a
making
BD
sales
call
still.
and you just start, I fucking love that client,
Yeah.
and they loved me.
Client meetings. There's so many good parts of the job, but we're also extroverts. And I think there are a lot of people in recruitment who are introverted, but still I think it's the same. It's the environment.
Yeah, that's true.
Does
You know
make a
what
difference.
also was epic? The money. It is. We can't say the best parts of recruitment without saying.
You know what? When you're like 23 and you're making commission, you don't know what to do with
Oh
yourself.
my god, I had such a funny story. My friend Stuart Murphy, who was a lawyer,
You
who had who had been studying for 7 years, had done all of these internships, he'd invested in his career. Meanwhile, I skate by, hadn't done recruitment for a year, on way more money than him. Literally, he sat me down, he's like, I'm going to get out of law. How do I get into recruitment? I'm like, mate, don't. Like, you've literally studied 7 years for this.
That's amazing. But yeah, like, you didn't need a formal education in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go to uni. Like, I went straight into work, and I feel like I found one of the best careers ever.
And you know what? Actually, another thing I've just remembered, Becky Naylor, who contacted me, she was a photographer, had never really had like a full stable job, wanted to get into corporate. I somehow convinced one of the best architectural visualization studios in the world to hire her as a project manager. They were like, oh, we're not sure. I'm like, please meet her, she's epic. They hired her. She then 3 years later called me and was like, guess where I am? I'm like, where? She's like, I'm the studio manager and I've set up their studio in New York and I'm living here with my partner.
Yeah, see,
I'm
that's
like,
cool.
holy shit.
I love hearing from candidates that you've placed a long time ago. And your clients.
And also, it just makes you feel really fucking good because I'm like, would Becky be where she is now without my involvement?
I think that's the best part of it. Like, you literally, and we know, like, people's careers shape their whole lives, right? So you feel like you play such a more holistic part than just the transaction of getting someone a job.
Yeah.
Worst
Go
bit.
on. So for all of those positives, there's a few negatives.
Matching suits. I'm so glad that isn't a thing as much anymore, because when I started in recruitment, it was skirt suit with tights. Heels, all of my heels were always worn down. The amount of times I got pulled up on my dress code, because I am scruffy as fuck, and I really struggled with that. But then matching suits when I moved to Australia and going out on client meetings, it's like 35 degrees and you're in a suit.
Oh, talking of dress code, I don't know if compendiums for it.
I was going to say compendiums. Your old little leather. And if you, like, you know, if you hit a really, like, high target or something, you got, like, a branded compendium as a gift.
And then you put your little business card in the little cell thing inside.
Tuck your little pen in.
So important. But really, everyone else was looking at you walking up and down the high street like,
recruiter.
fucking recruiter.
They're a recruiter. Worst bits.
On the back of when you meet that amazing candidate, you're like, oh, I'm going to place them. And they completely fuck you over and change their mind or ghost you. The amount of times you just get ghosted.
Ghosted is the worst. That's the part of this job that makes you distrust people.
Yeah.
Because you start going, how can there be so many shit people?
Callous people.
Yeah. And like you do, you know, there's a part of you that goes, people are crazy.
They are a bit mad. Actually, madness. Like, you are exposed to people's madness. And it just shocks you. Like, literally shocks you. Still shocks me to this day.
The weirdest excuses for not going to assignments, turning up. Like, we had, like, I remember one specific temp who went to the assignment. We spoke to her at lunch. She was like, it's all going great, really enjoying it. She never went back. We never heard from her again. The client was looking for her in the fire exit stairwells in case she had got locked out, because no one could understand what happened.
That's so in contracting. Me and Joni, my old boss, used to call them runners. Literally, so we'd call the day after they started and we'd go,
that was a real
Joni,
English
we've
term.
got a runner.
That was such an English thing, like using that term for it.
Yeah, madness. People and their madness.
Yeah, and you think you can't see anything else, and then there's always something.
Yeah, and also just getting hit on the head when you're not expecting it. Like, everything's going smoothly, everything's going smoothly, I'm going to make 100 grand this quarter, and then in 2 days, all of that can be wiped out because 5 people decide they are going to take counter offers. And you're like, fuck, I've done all this work, and nothing is going to come
I'm going to
from
see
it.
nothing from it. And I think that is one of the biggest things, isn't it? It's hard not to associate that with yourself, even though a lot of the time you're doing your best. But the confidence knocks is like a massive part of why the job is so hard and why so many people don't stay the course.
Pressure from your manager, but you have to do 10 calls.
50 calls a week, 5 client meetings. Vicky Williams, I still get this etched into my head. 50 BD connected calls a week. Sinead and I would sit there. Sinead my ex-business partner and very good friend, we would sit there, it'd be like Friday 3 p.m. and we'd be terrified, like we've got to get these done, like just hammering them out, like okay, I spoke to someone, they said no, but still I get to count it.
Yeah.
Like old school KPIs.
Oh, you know what the worst part of it was doing drops, and I don't think it's as prevalent in Australia,
No.
but having like branded marketing shit that you had to just drop off to random companies and be like, hey, can I see the HR manager? Of course then, no, you can't. Drop off your crap at reception and leave.
Yeah.
And you'd be like going up and down the high street with your branded
In and
crap.
out of building, industrial estates.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you know, anyone peddling my wares anywhere I can.
What else? Yeah, I think ultimately the pressure of it can be too much.
Debilitating.
Yeah.
And I think because it's like this, and like some days you're like, this job is amazing. Oh my God, I fucking hate recruitment. This job is amazing. I take it all back. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like it can be relentless in that way.
Yeah. Have we done our 10 minutes?
Oh,
Are we waffling?
we've got 2 minutes. No, we've got 1 minute spare. So it's a perfect time to wrap it up. Anyone who's listening to this is not in recruitment. It's a brilliant job. You'll love it. Get into it.
Literally, I wouldn't do anything else.
No. I've been doing it, 15 years?
Yeah, 12 for me.
Nearly 30 years combined.
And we've still got some of our marbles left.
Yeah, some. I don't know. They might start to unravel whilst we're doing this. But thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Thanks for listening. See you next week for more madness.